So you have to find out what's not true, what didn't work, and assert what is really real. But most people's heart gets broken, and they're so brainwashed by the unloving assumption of go for yourself and you're just going to die, that they are not able to take the next step, which is to assert that love is real. They're not able to do that. Yeah. And, the whole world needs to be on the spiritual path, and that's the only goddamn thing you should be doing in life, nothing else. And yet, you survive, you do your jobs, you raise your families, all the requirements that are part of maintaining and living a life are all here, but they're not here for the pursuit of reactive pleasure. They're here just because we all have to live and help each other and survive and create food and have jobs and take care of each other. So instead of that as a pursuit of some kind of kingdom, or some kind of reaction against death, you do it because you're all here to live love and realize true self. And that's the only purpose of life. There isn't any other purpose. And again, that purpose is seen as ridiculous and suspect and just some nice little hippy-dippy philosophy, and that everybody who's really in doubt of real realization, real life, real love, their philosophy is supposed to be the philosophy that everybody accepts as the standard in which we judge this. Well, good. But now that you're all getting older and you're seeing older people, your generation starting to pass, what do you see about their passing? You don't see anything that resembles a life understood. You just see a distraction and a fear and shutting down and, pushing through it in reactive, crazy ways, more drugs, or just shutting down, not being loving and relatable to others, being in fear and wanting to be just taken care of and not wanting to participate in your life anymore. And that's what you see. So if you lived a decent life, were a decent human being, and doing the fair thing, the right thing, the kind thing always mattered to you, you will have an intuition that you are here as a part of a bigger picture and not just a body-mind trying to get by, trying to get through it, or trying to have its own kingdom and get fulfilled. You'll have an intuition. And that intuition is all those cool spiritual beings that are living here or on the other side. They're just want you to have what is true. They're not trying to use you just to step over you so they can get fulfilled. There really is loving beings. Yeah. And you have to be those loving beings for yourselves and each other and who else you come in contact with. So instead of complaining about the government, the world, the politicians, the teachers, the this, the that, it's you that has to be loving. Yeah.
Take all my pursuits.
And if you take the right step that love is true, love is real, you take and believe in that, have faith in that, there's all this help and opportunity waiting for you. But if you say, no, it isn't, I'm just going to go out and do drugs, I'm just really depressed, and my best friend died, so I don't have to be relatable to you now, I don't have to enjoy loving you now, you do all that, you can't see any of the opportunity that's always waiting for you. It's waiting, it's trying everything. But it's like that door, where once people die, people say, I can never love that person anymore. They're dead. I can't think of them as being in my heart. I have to think of them as just totally separate and gone. And I miss them. And they're on the other side. Oh, if you only knew. Come on. I was just with you. And how can dead people be with you? Well, how can living people be with you? If you're not loving, they can't be with you either. You don't let them. You're not letting anything happen to you. You're not letting yourself feel anything else. So you can be in this world and say there is no other world and not love at all and have allow no one to come into you and love you and be related to you at all. So of course you would think that when you hear about someone dies, that's the same thing that's happening to you now is happening more so because of that situation. But love doesn't have any boundaries like that. It really just doesn't. But unless you actually test that out and stand in, that old saying, give peace a chance?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to give peace a chance, you can't get revenge, right? You got to turn the other cheek. You got to stand in that position. And then you will find out that peace is real.
Yeah.
And the same with love. You have to stand in your love of love. Instead of saying, well, whatever happened to me was all sucky and bad, therefore there's no love. You can say, well, maybe everything that happened to me is sucky and bad because I was around sucky and bad people, and I was acting sucky and bad.
Yeah.
But as soon as, and you could be 95, you stand in love and do love, the whole world opens up now. It's like totally different place for you. At any time, that's why people have these like emotional conversions, that happen to them where, they're going along and their back's all bent over and they're all crabby and mean, and then they meet an intuition of love, which is served by higher beings or realizers or lovers, and all of a sudden it's like everything's different, and it's possible to be here as love and to give love. And yet it was the same world 5 seconds ago. The world is just a perceptual realm based on whether you love love or you don't love love. Whether you believe in love and live love and do the actions of love, or you don't believe in love and don't do the actions of love. It's the same world. But you will experience one thing while the other people will be experiencing another thing. And you don't want to be with the first group. You want to be with the second group. Find out. Being good, it's just like all the good things that are pleasurable, you have to give up because you're being good. No, being good creates opportunities to really know and feel and generate love. And that feels wonderful, but you never get to know that because you don't do it. So mostly like being good is you got to turn in your homework so you don't flunk out and get punished. It's all about being punished or something taken away from you. But if you did it for that motive, that's just fear. But if you do it because, what is it to come into the room and bring love into the room? I'm going to try that. And once you try that, you immediately experience something profoundly beautiful. And you go, I want to live there. So if you haven't gotten there yet, well, so, you guys haven't gotten there yet, but you're not in the old place where you just want to blow it off because you're all mad and reactive about death. You're not there anymore either, right? So you're not believing what the mass humanity believes in anymore, right? When you're young and you first hear about death, it's really shocking, isn't it?
It really is.
But is it really terrible, though?
It's shocking.
It's just shocking, though.
Because there's something true
But
about
has there been anything else in your life that shocked you?
Oh, yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it bad, particularly, does it? So that's what you have to look at. But when people are afraid of something, then you automatically think it's bad, right? Yeah. And what are people afraid of?
Everything. They don't know.
Pretty much everything they haven't experienced before.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Almost anything new, anything different. Yeah. What if you really loved those in your life and then you're on your deathbed and you say, wherever I am, know that I'm loving you, that just because my body isn't here anymore, that love has stopped. What would that give you? So you have to live knowing that is true and that you want to give that to others too.
Yes.
Yeah. So whoever you really love, you say, no, we're not separate, just because the body's dropping now. I'm with you. Whenever you love, I'm with you. Whenever you're struggling, remember, love. That's what it's about. I'm always, they're not with you to change your diapers or make you spaghetti and meatballs. No, they're not with you in that way. They're with you in another way. Through the vehicle of love, whoever you love is always your love. It's never going to change. You don't love them in the past. You love them in the now. The same way your son lives on the East Coast, you love him, right? You don't see him that much, right? Do you ever have any doubt that you love him?
No.
No? So if love is just guaranteed of how much continuity you had with that person all the time, then a lot of people that you do love, you wouldn't be loving them, and you wouldn't claim that you love them. The only people see you every day you love. And yet you see people at your jobs every day and you don't love them. So it isn't about continuity, right? Not about sameness. All right. I think we covered it, right?